Chris Olds, Beckett Media here. Got another rippin' retail retro, rippin' retro box busters, rippin' something video for you. It's actually not retail and it's not hobby. It's before the hobby divide. It's not even a pack. It's a little something that the Beckett Select guys have got quite a few of in the inventory, consigned to the auction arm. And with our college issue of Beckett Sports Card Monthly coming up, I thought it'd be a natural thing to check out and have you check out. Actually, quite affordable option for collectors. It's a pair of Heisman Collection card sets. What these are, the first one is a 1991 20 card set, the Heisman Collection Series 1, basically painting cards of past winners. 1 in 50 sets will have an autograph card of some pretty big names. Odds are we're not going to get one, so I'm not going to worry about giving you the names. Second series, a little more deluxe packaging, has a list of who's who in there. Doak Walker, Howard Cassidy, you might recall that name. Billy Cannon, John Cappelletti, Billy Sims, Doug Flutie, Vinny Testaverde, Barry Sanders, Roger Staubach, Bruce Smith, Niall Kinnick, kind of a big deal. So I figured I'd rip them on camera here, talk a little bit about them if I can talk, and give you some thoughts about the college issue we got coming out. Got Mike Trout on the baseball cover, Cam Newton and DeMarco Murray on the football cover. Those are coming soon. Up next is BSCM's college issue. There's no secret that college football and college basketball are king, so you're going to be seeing a lot of those two sports in that issue. Maybe a little baseball too, but not as much. Let me rip into these. That's enough of a long intro. The Heisman Trophy, of course, going to the best player in the game every year. This is a very small set, skip numbered release. First card is a collect 'em all kind of club card, the Heisman Collection Club, and needless to say, it's probably not usable at this point. It's been a few years. Every set is limited to a certain quantity. I believe it's 100,000 sets. Yes, it is for this first release. This is set number 91,155 of 100,000 from College Classics Incorporated, as it says on the back. And I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of each card. Very simple look. Here's the front. Jay Burwanger, the first winner. Here's the back. Tells you a little bit about each guy. Tom Harmon, Michigan. I'm not gonna pretend to know all these names because I don't know college football as well as other sports. Angelo Bertelli, Notre Dame. Doc Blanchard, Army. I don't know why I'm showing to you sideways. I'm trying to read sideways. Johnny Lujak, Notre Dame. Leon Hart, Notre Dame. Vic Janowitz, Ohio State. Johnny Latner, Notre Dame. Is there a pattern here? John David Crow, Texas A&M, coached by Bear Bryant. Joseph Bellino, Navy. John Hart, Notre Dame. Here's a name some of you younger guys will probably know from the college ranks. Steve Spurrier. Until Tim Tebow showed up, he was Florida football. Maybe he still is. Jim Plunkett, Stanford. The only two-time winner, Archie Griffin. I have his autograph. Tony Dorsett, Dallas Cowboys legend, here with Pittsburgh. Here's kind of a funny photo. Earl Campbell, Texas Longhorns. Charles White, USC. Herschel Walker, Georgia. Bo Jackson, Auburn. Boo. I won't tell him. Don't tell him. Tim Brown, Notre Dame. So no autograph in the first set, but that's quite a good who's who. Some quite simple cards from back in the early 90s. Autographs, if you pull one, can be pretty cool. They're not really expensive in either of these sets. I don't recall the exact price on Beckett.com, but I think if you buy a case, which is a lot, it's a bunch of sets, they're something a little over $1 or $2 a set. So they're not that cheap by themselves, but that's the 91 release. Here comes 92. There is a third release of these, which is actually more expensive because either they're much rarer or the autographs are more plentiful. I don't recall the exact reason. Got a little static claim with this packaging here. Let's see. Try to open it. Keyword right now is try. Very small, tight box. Okay. This is Series 2, set also out of 100,000. This is set much lower number, 3,602. So now that we know that, we can rip in. Larry Kelly, Yale. Clinton Frank, Yale. Probably the toughest Heisman Trophy autograph is of Niall Kinnick, who won it in 1939, played for Iowa, died in a World War II training accident a few years later. Beckett Sports Card Monthly will have an auction watch page. I've got it over here to my left. An autograph letter from him sold for something like $8,000 plus. So there's some serious Heisman collectors out there, hence a set just like this. Now this name threw me off on the box. It's not who I thought it was. Bruce Smith, Minnesota. Leslie Horvath, Ohio State. Doak Walker, SMU. You might know that name. You should know that name. Richard Kazmaier, Princeton. I really like the look of these cards. They're very simple. They're definitely early 90s. You know, no foil stamping, no embossing, no die cuts, no crazy refractor action. Just simple cards. Alan Amici, Wisconsin. Howard Hopalong Cassidy, Ohio State. Billy Cannon, LSU. Ernie Davis, The Express, Syracuse. Check the movie out. Here's a name you'll know. Roger Staubach. Navy, Dallas Cowboys, real estate mogul, you name it. Mike Garrett, USC. Steve Owens, Oklahoma. I don't remember the odds of getting an autograph, but I don't think it's coming. Johnny Rogers, Nebraska. You can see lots of the biggest programs are represented here. Penn State, John Capoletti. Speaking of big programs, how about some big hair? Billy Sibbs, Oklahoma. Later wore number 20 for the Detroit Lions, which also was shared by, since these aren't in order, I skipped a couple cards. Barry Sanders, Oklahoma State Lions, number 20. My final two cards, two more youngins, you younger guys should remember. Vinny Testaverde, Miami Hurricanes. Last but not least, the player whose daughter's autograph I have because she's a professional cheerleader for the New England Patriots. Flutie Fan for Life was the inscription. I bought it on their website. Long story, but you can find it at Beckett.com. Doug Flutie, Boston College. So, this is kind of a teaser of more of what you might see in the college's issue of Beckett Sports Card Monthly out in early September, just as the football season is, probably mid-September as the football season is getting underway. Till next time, Chris Olds, Beckett Media. I'll see you then.